going on, YouTube? What's going on? It's your boy, The Wisdom Works, back at it again early on this Saturday morning, August 10th. Getting ready to go to the Harley dealership and get the exhaust installed on my new 2024 HD Road Glide. The exhaust is typically something I would do myself, and I can do myself. I've seen enough videos to do it myself, but part of the deal when I purchased my bike included the exhaust, so we're gonna let those guys install the exhaust. Today marks 1 week with the new Road Glide. Purchased it last Saturday. It's August 10th, 1 week later. So far, it's the best thing going, so still enjoying it. I've done a few little minor things to it, and I'll show you that real quick before I get moving. Okay, so the few little things that I've done, I replaced the shift link right there from the standard shift link to a little custom one that matches the engine. And also installed these engine guards right here for heat protection, some heat protection, I guess. I do have some other ones that's on the way that are color matched to the bike. So when they get here, I may swap them out. That's two things I've done. A minor thing is the thumb screw instead of the torque screw that was there. I have a luggage rack that's on the way. What else? That's it. Seems like I'm forgetting something, but anyway, I'm enjoying it, and I'll be back with you in just a moment when I get to the dealership. So I'm at the Atlanta Harley dealership, waiting for my install to happen. So I'm excited. I get my exhaust, so I'm just waiting. Be back at you. All right, so I'm out here still at the Harley Davidson dealership. There's a little confusion with the Tab Performance exhaust that was ordered. The one that came in was chrome, and my engine work is black, so I can now have chrome exhaust on a black engine. So they had to rectify that. They were able to find some Tab Performance. They were able to find the right exhaust that I ordered and I have already paid for. So hopefully that'll be installed in the next little bit. So in the meantime, I am just going to wait on it. They tell me about an hour to get it done. So I'm gonna wait on it and just kind of taking some of these other new bikes that they have out here. I think I'm biked out in terms of looking at them. I just want to ride at this point, but since I had nothing else to do, not hungry, so I guess I'll just look at some of these bikes out here. So you have a whole bunch of street glides out here in the different colorways, different colors. I see all the colors except for the green and that Whiskey Fire, but I have a lot of them. The street glide. I actually did like the way the street glide rides. It actually roll pretty good, drive pretty good. With those handlebars, it actually did pretty good. I just don't. We got Road Glide in the middle of all the street glides. I just didn't care for the fairing to turn with me. I wanted more of the fixed fairing, so that's why I went with the Road Glide. I think the street glides, it was a little easier to maneuver though. It's a good ride. It's a fun ride. With the Road Glide, you have to get over the mindset. You got to change your mindset a little bit and understand that
when you're turning, that the fairing is not going to be turning with you. I think once you get that understanding, it makes life a lot easier for you, and understanding handling, maneuvering the bike. But you're actually turning, but that fairing is not turning. So you have to trust and believe that, you know, keep your eye in the turn when you're cornering. Keeping that friction zone, and keep the power to the throttle. So I haven't had any issues with it. I made a few turns that were a little wide, but that's just part of my learning curve. But it's a whole lot better in 1 week's time from last Friday when I first rode the Harley-Davidson. Now I'm gonna talk about that a little bit more in another video. But so far so good. So I'm just taking them all in. They got some other bikes over here. My son was sharing with me that he saw a bike on the road that was really, really sharp, that he really liked. And he said it was a Breakout. I told him that Breakout is actually a very nice bike. The only reason why I didn't go with the Breakout was because it didn't have the storage. It didn't have bags. You know, you can add some bags to it, but it wasn't like a traditional bagger. So that's the only reason why I didn't go with the Breakout. And the Breakout is not meant for, it's not meant for as long rides as the road glides and street glides. So they have a lot more bikes inside, and I'll show you all those as well. When we get inside, I'll show you those. So my bike's sitting over there waiting to go in. So, be back at you. I think while I wait at the Harley-Davidson dealership, I think I'm gonna take a walk down the street to Mountain Motorsports to see what they have in there. But before I do that, show you some more of these HD. You see the trikes, the reverse. I guess with the Can-Am products, we had the reverse trikes. Not really sold on the Harley-Davidson trikes. I think some of them are, well, I think with the Harley-Davidson trike, the part I like about it the most is the rear end. I think they got some good hips and good rear ends on some of the, on the new ones, on the new trikes that they have. So I do like that part. So, it look good, it look good. This is that CVO here. Street Glide CVO. It's a pretty bike. Kill some kind of walk down the Mountain Motorsports and look at see what Can-Am products they have. So they got the road glides over here for the most part. And they also have some inside as well. Street glides too. The demo bike. I rode that demo bike last Saturday. That white one. Some of the used bikes I guess over here. I like this yellow one over here. Let me get closer to this. That's nice. Let's walk down the street here. I'm not gonna bore you all with the walk down the street, so I'm gonna get back with you when I get down there to Mountain Motorsport. All right, let me talk to y'all for a little bit. My GoPro battery died on me, so I had to jump on the Insta360, but so I'm over here, as you all know, getting this Tab Performance exhaust system. 1 week later, My very first time, we'll talk about my experience for a second. My very first time riding a Harley Davidson was on last Friday. Last Friday evening, I came out to Harley Davidson, one of the dealerships here in Atlanta, and test rode one for the first time. After my first initial test ride on a Harley Davidson Road Glide, I was not sold. It was a bit challenging. It was awkward. It was totally different than a sports bike feel, of course, which I didn't expect it to handle like a sports bike or anything. That's not what I was expecting. But I didn't expect for it to be as tricky as it was, in particular on the Road Glide. So, finished the test ride, went home, thought about it, and I said, you know what? Something's just not right. I'm gonna go back on Saturday and try it again. I went back on Saturday, the next day, and maybe my thought process was different. Maybe my mental was different on that Saturday, because on Saturday it was a whole 180. It was totally different. Totally different. And I only test rode it on that Saturday for about 10 minutes, if that. Probably more like 5 minutes. And I was sold. I was sold. So, went inside, made the deal. Fast forward to Sunday, rode it. It was even better than Saturday. Fast forward to Monday, it was even better than Sunday. And you get the picture, you get the drift. It got better and better and better, and it's still getting better. The only tricky part about it, and I know this I knew this ahead of time from watching videos like Be Your Own Boss with Robert and some of the other YouTubers out there, that first of all, you have to take ownership of your motorcycle, but second of all, you have to practice. Practice is key. Slow speed practice. Riding is not practice. I hear Robert on Be Your Own Boss says that all the time. Riding is not practice. You have to go somewhere and practice slow speed maneuvers. Once you get the fast part is the easy part. The bike is doing that. The bike is riding. You in control of the direction, but the bike is handling its own business when you're at high speeds. Slow speeds, you gotta be in control, and that's what I'm learning more and more. So I practice, and I will continue to practice. I probably continue. There would never be a point where I stop practicing. So slow speed maneuvers, you have to do those left and right turns at slow speeds, because there'll be times when you're at stop signs or at stoplights, you have to make right-hand turns, you're in the city. Wherever you may be, there may be a tight situation for you, you're gonna have to make those turns. So, and you gotta be able to maneuver and handle those turns with people around, with traffic around, and so forth. So, I'm learning, but I'm gonna tell you, every bit of it is 100% true fun, 100% passion, 100%. I was thinking the other day when I was riding, I can actually, if weather permitted, I could probably ride a motorcycle all the time as my primary vehicle, riding motorcycle. The only reason why I wouldn't do it, particularly here in Atlanta, is because of traffic and the danger of it, riding it every day. That's the only reason why. But if I was in a more rural area, or area with less traffic, and it was conducive, I mean, I could see myself riding a motorcycle all the time. The only reason why I would need a vehicle is for large purchases or things like that. You know, I'm not really a car person. I'm a truck SUV person. I like trucks because trucks are practical. That's why I got a big boy GMC truck, because you can not only ride in comfort and luxury, but you can also move a washer and a dryer if you need to move a washer and dryer. So, not too big on the car thing, but I do feel like, you know, every household needs a truck. Besides that truck, I need a motorcycles. So that's why my passion for Can-Am products, my passion for, which is growing, not necessarily with HD. HD is just a brand I have. Nobody don't pay me to sponsor, no one sponsors me, so I'm not like that. because I like Indian as well, because there's actually was a toss-up between the Indian Challenger Dark Horse and this Road Glide. Only reason why I went with the Harley Davidson, I think over the Indian, was because of the ease of the dealerships and servicing. There's not a whole lot of Indian dealerships here. I only know of two, one at the Mall of Georgia and one in Marietta. That's in the Atlanta or surrounding areas. So I only know of two. So that didn't quite work for me. That didn't quite work for me. So I decided to go with the Harley Davidson. Hold on just a minute, y'all gotta cross the road without getting hit. Okay. So, yeah, and I will bring back to you some of the other things some of my plans for the bike. I'm taking my time with it. And then I also want to share with you, I know since I've been riding my HD for the last week, my wife and I have had the opportunity to go out a couple of times, and so she's not riding the Rocket, she rides the Spider. And she told me last night that basically I've been holding out on her with that Spider, because the ride on the Spider she's enjoying a whole lot more than the Ryker. So I asked her what were the differences, what did she feel like were the differences, why? And she advised because, well, one, the power steering, number two, the comfort, three, the ease of maneuvering, which kind of goes back to the power steering, and how you seated on the bike also, she really, really did like. So, you know, we rode last night for a little while to go get something to eat. I'm in Douglasville, we rode to Peachtree City. I had a blast, just enjoying the weather, enjoying the temps. I think at that time coming on the way back home, it was getting dark. And I think it still was in like the low 80s maybe, high 70s, but it was perfect. So we just making it do what it do, enjoying every moment of it. So I'll be back with you in just a moment. I'm gonna go over here to Mountain Motorsports and see if they have anything out here, because, you know, like I said, Can-Am love will never go away. I'm surprised I haven't seen what the 2025 model year is going to bring for the Can-Am. I want to see what the Spider is going to look like in 2025. It's going to be the same, just different colorway, or, you know, whatever the case may be. I know some may say, well, dog, you all over the place. You talking about HD, talking about Can-Am. Look, I enjoy everything. Everything that moves on 2 or 3 wheels, that's recreational, even boats, all of it. I don't deal with boats, but I like them. I like to look at them. But, so, you know, had a neighbor yesterday question me about some things with some of my bikes. Like I told him, everybody got to do them. You know, you got to do what makes you happy. You have to ride your own ride. I don't get pressured by other people when they, oh, I would have done this, or why you did this, all that kind of stuff like that. It's my money. I do how I want to do, and I do what makes me happy. I do what makes my wife happy. Yeah, she tells me she wants to see a certain thing, and that's different. But other than that, if I'm paying for it, unless somebody's gonna sponsor me and pay for some of it, then we, you know. So I always say this, it's along the same line when people say, ride your own ride. You have to do that. So I'll be back at you when I get to Mountain Motorsports. So I'm leaving Mountain Motorsports. There was nothing worth showing at Mountain Motorsports. They had 3 Can-Am Spider F3 24s. Nothing added to them, anything. So it wasn't, and they had nothing spectacular. They had 3 Rikers. So Can-Am, what you doing? We need to see some 25. See what the changes are gonna be. So yeah, so I'm just leaving Mountain Motorsports. I'm not sure if you can see that. Anyway. You get the picture, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm headed back to the Harley-Davidson dealership to see if my wheels are ready, my bike is ready. So, be back with you. And I forgot to share, you know, I'm enjoying this walking thing too. I try to walk every day. I really have been trying. I know that sounds like maybe in the camera, but I really try to walk every day. Walking actually, you know, it's therapeutic, just like motorcycle, just like exercising is. I've dropped a few pounds over the summer and I'm feeling better than I ever felt before. So walking, changing your diet up and trying to walk, incorporating that in some exercise just does wonders and stuff. And it's a beautiful Saturday morning and I'm out here just walking. I walked from the Harley-Davidson dealership here on Thornton Road to the Mountain Motorsports. Not super far, but it's a good little walk early in the morning. So just wanted to share that with you. Walking is good. Walking is good. Makes you feel good. And also when you riding any 3-wheels, 2-wheels, exercising helps you more with your equilibrium and stuff as well. So I guess that'd be really important for 2 wheels, but it just helps you with more stability on any bike or any vehicle, and kind of bring some coordination and some balance back to your life. But just food for thought. Be back at you. All right, everybody. I made it home. I made it home from the HD dealership, and I have my Tab Performance exhaust installed, and I've been left speechless. It sounds amazing. It looks amazing. Let me show it to you. I should have kept it in the sunlight, but it's gotta get close. Got the Tab Performance with the zombie baffles with the diamond tip cuts. Diamond cut ends on them. Absolutely spectacular. Let me crank it up. I'm gonna crank it up, but we all know that videos don't do any justice with sound quality, but I'll crank it up for what it's worth. Here we go. Night and day. My son came out with me because, you know, I had the old exhaust. I needed to get back to the house, so he came to the dealership, and I have in his trunk my old slip-ons in this box right here. So take these up. Everything I take off the bike, everything I replace, so call myself upgrading. I'm going to hold on to all of those original parts. I'm putting them all in a certain location, holding on to all my original parts, because you just never know. So hold on to them. But yeah, so I'll be back with you with some other thoughts with another video. I'm gonna try to keep these videos going and stuff, especially since I have this bad boy right here, and keep sharing my thoughts and keep sharing my upgrades, everything I'm doing with it on there. So yeah, there we go. Be back at you. Doing Works out. Peace.